Oh my goodness. Where are we? Where are we? Did I pin that? I did pin that. Okay. Come on, there we go. There we go.
I did pin that. Okay. Come on, there we go. There we go.
Oh my goodness. Oh shoot. Sorry, sorry. I'll fix that. Ah, heck of an echo there, wasn't that? What a way to start. Okay, what are we doing here? Hi, Nora. How are you? Oh my goodness, what a day. Yeah, it's been a day. Um, I've had quite the day when I found out that I apparently have a stalker. Um, yeah, the insurance. No, it wasn't your earbuds, darling. Um, I have someone who's been watching my channel and then apparently reports to a relative of mine and stirs the pot. So I have a stalker. Interesting. Never expected that to happen with the YouTube channel. And the insurance adjuster never came today for Mike's car. He's coming tomorrow morning. So hopefully we'll get that all settled. Because then once we know what's going on, then Mike can talk to his dad, because he had figured that, you know, he wasn't going to say anything to anybody until after we heard from the insurance adjuster. We didn't realize it would take a week to get the insurance adjuster here. So it's been an interesting week. And then today I realized what was wrong with my kittens. Apparently my brother Gary spilled about half a jar of instant coffee into the bottom of, because when I buy dry cat food, I buy the giant bags that, you know, stand like, you know, 3 feet tall, 3.5 feet high, whatever. That's like over 20 pounds of cat food. And luckily there was only about maybe 4 or 5 inches in the bottom of the bag left. That's still a fair amount of cat food, but the cats have been extremely wired the last 3 days. I know what was wrong with them, and they have caused stuff to fall over. They've broken stuff. They have just been bouncing off the walls. Something was wrong, mostly at night. I noticed they also weren't eating all their dry food during the day. And the outdoor cats, who I have not seen at all today, they had this weird stuff in the bottom of the bowl from the dry food. And I thought, well, I guess the raccoon like did something. Well, no, I noticed it today in the kittens, and then I smelled it. I'm like, as I'm rinsing the bowl out, I realized this smells like coffee. Coffee is very toxic for cats. They just get, it's incredibly wired. It can cause racing heart. It can cause heart arrhythmia. Enough of it for a long enough period of time can kill them. But now I get why at night, when they were so hungry that they just had to eat the dry food, they were just getting wired. 3 nights in a row, they've knocked their water bowls over. They've made a royal mess in the kitchen every night. They have been clawing at my door to get in, and then they'd go away again, and you could hear them just racing all over. And so the poor things were caffeinated out of their little minds. ASPCA does have a poison control line. I called them, and they basically said, you can't, it's like, you can't even sift it out of there because it'll just stick to the stuff. So you have to throw the food away. And Mike was out tonight and brought home more dry food, bless his heart. Basically don't feed them anything, but let them have all the water they want to try to help force them to drink more water. And then at 8:30 tonight, I was finally allowed to feed them. Gave them wet food, and then to get them to eat even more, because I was finally finishing up processing the turkey broth that had been simmering for 2 days on the stove. Then I had to drain all that and So they got whatever little bits of turkey. They each got a little bowl of turkey. They were thrilled. And it has worked because they seem a lot calmer. They're actually all asleep right now. So it's been a heck of a day. Now that I said that, I just heard one. Um, so wow. So oh Nora, you have an ex like that? Yeah, it's no fun. It's actually the ex of a sibling who's stirring the pot. I don't know why. I mean, you've got your own kids to deal with. Don't mess with mine. I mean, I don't care when she does anything and it comes at me. I don't care. But you stir up stuff that goes at Michael? Oh no, we're not having that. I did not turn my life upside down to protect him when he was 2 to be not, willing to protect him now. Not happening. So, yeah. So who's here? I see Nora is here. Stonewall is here. Sherry Edwards. Val is here. Tia Fane, hello, darling. And Mama Knows Treasures. Oh, good. Designs and do-overs. You got yours. And, oh, you have a package for me. Anything I need? For me or for the cats? Oh my goodness. Dark chocolate. I could use some. I don't have any left. I could use some dark chocolate. That's what I go to when I get like super stressed. I will go get like a square, I'll break a little piece off of dark chocolate. Oh my goodness. I got a package today and I haven't opened it, but it doesn't, all I care about is it doesn't jiggle. I mean, it doesn't rattle, because Janids had a sale and Mike happened to be standing here and looked at the screen and he goes, "Isn't that like the stuff that you really like? The white background with green holly on it?" And I went, "Yeah." And it's a cup and saucer. And he went, "What is she saying? How much is it?" And I said, "She's asking you to name your price." And he goes, "Okay, tell her $10. So I did, and I got it. And he just smiled and laughed and walked away. Came back a little later and handed me a 10. He says, "Okay, because I know you got to pay her through PayPal." And he says, "Let me know when the box arrives." Okay, well, the box arrived today or yesterday. And the box has a note on it from the post office. It says, "We are sorry for the state of your package." And it's all wrapped in saran wrap. But you can shake it. Nothing inside moves. Nothing inside sounds like. I'll have him open it tomorrow where I can't see it, so the surprise can still be there. Oh my goodness. So he can deal with that tomorrow. So I'm glad you got your package. Oh, you have one bar for me, and some Rickle is good. Thank you. And you got the kitties covered. Oh my goodness. So the adjuster is supposed to be here sometime in the morning. We don't actually have a time. So Mike kept saying, "Don't let this go too long." And I'm like, "Well, we'll see." That's what I think I still have one left. We were down in Delaware and I was in an Acme down there and they had Twinings Earl Grey extra bold. It's fantastic. But I haven't found it anywhere up here. I mean, I drink Twinings Earl Grey all the time, and I love Lady Grey, and I love Prince of Wales. So I like a lot of the Twinings teas, but I'd never seen the extra bold before. And man, that is fantastic. So hi, Marianne. So I think I have one left for tomorrow morning. My problem is why I don't drink coffee myself is that it's There's something in tea that your body regulates the coffee a little bit differently, or the caffeine differently than it does in coffee. And if I drink straight up coffee, my heart starts racing. And as I already have a stress-induced arrhythmia issue, we don't like that. We don't like my heart to like freak out like that. So, Marianne, I have your box here. There are a couple of people who paid their invoices lately, and I have not shipped anything because I don't have a car yet. The adjuster comes tomorrow. We'll find out about what we can do about that. Worst comes to worst, then on Monday, I'm going to call up a Scout parent who asked me if there was anything I needed, and I'm going to see, she's retired, and I'm going to see if she can drive me to the post office on Monday. So then right now I've got 5 packages that definitely are going out. There will be more by Monday, so that you guys know. Now, see, I'm not a big maple fan. Not a huge maple fan, but that could be really good. So, so for anything tonight too, I will try to process, because it's all Christmas stuff, we'll try to process it as fast as possible so that it can get your invoices this weekend and get it out the door on Monday. I don't know. I haven't actually done that yet. I'm sure they have a thing to do a package pickup. I haven't caught our mailman to ask if he does that, or, I mean, you can schedule it. Okay. Well, then I might just schedule it. See, I'm not sure how that works, so, but I'll find out, because, you know, my car is gone, so I will find out. It's probably on my list, but I've lost my list. It's been that kind of week. You get both? Oh, excuse me, just a second. You got both bags out? What? Did you get both trash bags out? Bless you. Thank you so much. Oh, I'll put a bag in after my live sale. All the bones from the broth are in the kitchen trash, and then the bag of the cat litter, not cat litter, the cat food that has all the coffee in it. All that's got to go, and tonight's trash night. You guys were asleep. Why are you awake? Especially you. You're the problem child. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Aragorn just showed up. I think Mike's getting ready to go to bed, and I think he just chased them all out of his room. I hear more. Yeah, he must have just started chasing them all out of his room, because I hear little bells, more than one in the hallway. So you schedule it online. All right, Jeanette, thank you. I will definitely do that and see if I can't schedule it for Monday and have them come get everything. So I tried pinning a comment tonight for the first time, because I always have my email address right there. But I pinned a comment tonight about, well, if you are going to purchase from me, you need to email me your name, your address, your PayPal email. Shipping is not included with the price of the items. Yes. Why do you guys always try to play the floor is lava? I don't understand that with these kittens. They do this all the time. There's a clear path to walk right up to me, and they always want to climb everything to come around to me. Now I definitely know Mike just kicked them all out, because Gimli's down here. Gimli is always the last one to come out of Mike's room, because he adores Michael. Yeah, your way is blocked. I don't think you can do it. Do not cause an avalanche. The basket is full of Putz houses. Well, not full, but don't do it. Oh, Nora, you got them kicker toys. Bless your hearts. They've killed another toy today. And I knew something was up, because they also shredded. They have these little crinkly balls that look like foil paper, and they have been really sturdy, and they have lasted longer than most of their toys, and they shredded one last night. So I'm still finding little bits of foil all over my kitchen. And those things I've had since the beginning. That's the only toys that have survived since the beginning. Oh, hello. What are you doing? Oh, geez. Come here. Oh, say hi, Gimli. Say hello. Oh, now you're purring. You see yourself, don't you? Yeah, you're not going over there. Oh, you're going to make biscuits on my arm. That's not happening. You're not staying. He is big. Look how big he is. He is almost the size of the doctor. And from the back, it's hard. Mike can't tell them apart. But the doctor on the shoulder right here has about 6 or 7 white hairs. And you have to look for that. Otherwise, you can't tell them apart from the back. He's gonna be a big boy. He had big feet. I mean, he's kind of grown into his feet now, but he is bigger than his siblings. Plus, look at Jesus, he's a big boy. I mean, he's almost full grown, and the other ones are all a size smaller. The nearest one to him is Aragorn, and Aragorn is easily a full size, 2 sizes smaller than him. And then Arwen and Elrond are the 2 smallest, and they're easily 4 times smaller than he is. He's a big boy. Oh, Rainbow Cat Wand. That's the last thing they broke today. I had a cat wand that was one of the doctor's favorite toys, and they found it. I thought it was in a drawer, and apparently the drawer was partway open, and Elrond is a skinny little thing, so he got in there and pulled it out, and there was a little, nope, you gotta go that way. No desk, no desk, no desk. You have to go down. Let go of my shirt. You have to go down. The floor is not lava. But they ripped the end open, and the little plastic piece that was the rattle inside is gone. Oh, I get it when they're little because their claws are so incredibly sharp when they're small, and it's very easy for them to shred stuff. But they're just, I think it was from the caffeine. They just were on a destructive. There was a paper bag that Arwen got a hold of, and I found her just sitting there and just biting it and ripping and bite and rip, and it was it was a grocery bag, and she apparently had been doing this for some time because she was under the kitchen table with it. Gary'd gotten some groceries from somewhere, and they had, because he has a bus pass, and she was just sitting there ripping it. I mean, I know she likes paper. We've lost a lot of wallpaper going up the stairwell because of her. That paper was put on the walls for my sister's wedding when I was 13. I'm 57 now. It's been a while. And some of it was getting loose at the bottom, and she has peeled it. She has grabbed it, and she'd bite it. And that's the one problem I've had with the cats, is her and her bored fixation sometimes with paper. Yeah, I do have an awful lot of patience with these guys, but there's too many of them. There's too many of them. We'll see what happens. So let's get going on this because we have a lot to get through. Once I started separating things, I had a big stack of vintage cards, and I needed to separate all that out. So I have card packs that I made up because some of the cards are from the 70s and 80s, and then there's some that are, there's one pack that's I think the 60s and 70s, but there's another pack that's from the 40s you're gonna love. And then I remembered that, I have some Shackman stuff, and I pulled that out, and so I was surprised when I opened up the bin and I was to film the preview, and I looked, and then we're gonna do all this. Huh, bin's kind of empty. Not as full as I thought, but we have plenty. We have plenty to do. So let's get to it. first one you had seen before. I have these 2 boxes, never been opened. It says American Made Icicles from Bright Star. Oh, it's on the front too. I have cats. I will never have tinsel in my house. I also hate always, because you find it everywhere. At least glitter you can vacuum up. This stuff, I always think it was a pain. Each box says it has 1,000 strands that are 18 inches long. So I have these 2 boxes of tinsel. It's $4 for both of them. Get them both. $4, number 15. Let's sit you there, maybe. You don't want to cooperate and sit there. Stay. Now we have, which is the first one. Okay, now these cards are from the 80s and 90s. There's 20 of them in here to use for your crafting pleasure. There are flowers. There are some with glitter. There are, now I think that one's probably from the 80s with all that foil. There's a nativity. There's a Santa. I think this one looks like the 70s. So it has 1 or 2 that I think are for older. But then you get to ones like this one, which is definitely more contemporary. But it is just $3 for 20 cards. They're all large, the larger size cards. But there's 20 of them in this pack for you to use for ephemera. And it is $3. $3, number 55. Stay. Ow. All right, what's next? Okay, 20, another pack of, now these are all religious cards. These are all ones, again, that are probably more contemporary. How I got all these cards was I was helping to do a clean out. And most of these have religious things. A lot of cool angels. I like that one. That one I think is probably more on the vintage side of maybe the 70s. And there's a nativity scene. This one is cute, and it has biblical Bible verses. So some of these are 80s, 90s. There's a couple of them again that are from the 70s. That one at least has Santa going into a church. The reindeer in the front. This one I think is more contemporary. This is another pack of 20, and these are all religious Christmas cards, mostly from the 80s and 90s with a couple of 2 or 3 1970s thrown in. And this is also a $3 pack of cards. These are all used cards for your crafting pleasure. And it is number 66 for the religious pack of 20 cards. That was number 66. Now, okay, the last time I did Christmas stuff, you did see this. This is the Christmas tree in a box. We have used it once. All of your ornaments are in here. They are all heavy duty cardstock. The tree all hooks together, and you have all your parts in there. And we are not having a tree this year because we have too many kittens still in the house. But that is what the finished thing would look like. Really cool Christmas tree in a box. Everything is all there, and the box is in excellent condition. I still got this paper label ribbon thing that goes all the way around it. The Christmas tree in a box is $8, number 65. $8, number 65. All right, now let's get to some fun vintage stuff. Because where did you go, Rudolph? All right. This is an offer up. And I've looked these up online. And I'm going to start this at 9, which is lower than what they're going for online. Now, it is made by Seki Homano, Japan. It is stainless steel. It is a baby, let's see if we can get it to do it. It's a baby fork, but oh, come on, get to where you can see it. Can you see who's on it? Oh, the glare is a problem. It is Rudolph. There we kind of see him. It is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And it actually says Rudolph right under there. It says Rudolph. He does have the nose that sticks up a little bit, and there are thin little lines around the nose to make it look like the nose is lighting up to give that illustration effect. And it is a vintage little baby fork. But look how cool. I mean, with that fork, you could just stuff it into, you know, a Christmas plant, or have it sticking up in some snow or in a house plant just to decorate with. Such a cute little thing, made in Japan, stainless steel. This is from one of us kids. I mean, I know I supposedly ate with it as a wee tiny little thing. But it doesn't have a date. It has 2 hallmarks and then has Seki Homano KK, stainless Japan. But I see no interest in the fork, the Rudolph fork. So that's okay. We can just put pass in there for him. Now, have these. This is a whole big set. Now, I had, a year ago, I had a bunch of, or 2 years ago, I think, I had a bunch of Hallmark ones, but this is not Hallmark. These are Gordon Fraser Gallery, and it's got 3 full sets of the cocktail napkins that have the Christmas horn and the plaid. These are all unopened, the cocktail napkins. Each cocktail set has 16 in it. I have 2 unopened things of the dinner plates. These are quite large. And then I put these into one big bag because there's a pack and a half, or no, maybe that's partial. There's most of a big pack of the big dinner napkins. And then there's these, which I guess are the dessert napkins. And so you get all of this. And I mean, I saw what they cost. And so this is a deal to get it this way. And I guess mean, I was surprised how well the Hallmark ones did, but I didn't realize I still had a set of all this stuff. And so, so you get all of this with the horn and the plaid, and a lot of people decorate using those round horns. But oh, that's a good idea, Nora. So you get all of this would be $8 for all of this, the napkins, the giant plates, all of this for just $8. And it is 60, number 60 for all of the, I guess that's a hunting horn. I'm not sure what kind of horn that is, but they're all meant to be Christmas. And I mean, I was dumbfounded at the price that those kind of things are for the Hallmark stuff. My goodness. It's $8 for a Hallmark thing, just for a pack of dinner plates. And I see Marilyn. Thank you, thank you. Tuck that in there. Now I have, where are they? Oh, they're right here. Let me get my numbers ready because this is going to be kind of quick and furious because I've got 3 of them. Okay, so I have made by topics. These iron on right onto a piece of fabric. You can either use them to make a pillow or use them as a center block for a quilt or whatever you want to do. You can put them on a sweatshirt because not everybody likes wearing sweaters. And then you can use fabric paint to accent it, or like this one, the picture shows beads around it, framing it. They are iron on and wear, create your own artware. You can add appliques or ribbons or beads or paint. See, have a year, 1992, so they're vintage. So the first one, they're all made by Topics. It is only $5. And the first one is the kitty coming out of the package box for Christmas. And try the right number. The kitten one is $5 and is number 22 for the kitten. The next one is a wreath transfer, which looks like that. And then this one has little beads added as the berries, and there's glittery stuff on all the red. But that's the actual transfer looks like, which I actually think this one looks really cool. And this one is $5 and is number 14. And then the last one I have of these full color transfers. Now, the transfers themselves they're on a 9x12 sheet. So the images are pretty much like an 8x10 size. And the last one is, whoops, there we go, is the Christmas tree. And it says Happy Holidays at the bottom. Now, the image they have here, they've used little seed pearls that you can get by the strand at places like Joann Fabrics to put a garland on it. They've got little beads on each candle on the center for the flame. So you can decorate it however you want. And this transfer is $5 for the Christmas tree one and is number 85. Those 3. Tuck you right back there. everybody got plans for this weekend? Are you putting up stuff? Hopefully tomorrow we'll get, if it's finally not drizzling, hopefully tomorrow we will get our Christmas lights up. Mike wants to get them up, and hopefully we'll get them up outside. He did do something for me because I'm too short. One of the old storm windows that my dad kind of jury rigged onto they don't actually fit. They're not the right width. So he put a piece of wood in, which it's not even real wood. It's a piece of press board is what they used to call it. So I don't know how effective that storm window really is to the other end of the living room. But the glass is broken. So Mike cleaned it and put a piece of packing tape over it, so that it can help reduce the amount of cold air coming through that. Now I have this wonderful vintage pin. Oh, come on, focus. How come this works for other people and not for me? Are you going to focus? You're not going to focus. It's a wonderful little mouse pin. It's an elf. It is this great little mouse pin. Oh, doesn't want to cooperate to fit. Just doesn't. But he is absolutely adorable, and he's in great shape. There's no damage to the enamel paint. He's got little whiskers that are painted black. He's got the red pants, the green jacket. He is absolutely adorable, and I really wish that this camera would do him justice. Come on, focus. Oh, I really need to upgrade the cameras. So he is an offer. I've completely forgotten the name. Nope, right out of the brain. I can't remember the name of who it was that made him. I have that written down somewhere of who he actually made him. So the Christmas mouse pin offer starts at we're going to start him at 8. He's absolutely adorable, and he is in perfect shape. No damage to that enamel at all. Oh, I lost Mike borrowed my my measuring thing, and I've lost it. So no, that end doesn't give me the right thing. So how long are you, little fella? He is 1.25 inches long. This thing is so old. It was my grandfather's. So he's 1.25 inches long. Absolutely stunning. I believe he's from the 1960s. And just, oh, this camera's not doing him justice at all. He's an absolute little darling. These old pins, it's so rare to find all the enamel work still, all that enamel painting work still on it. It's so rare to find it with not a scratch to him. He's in wonderful shape. And I see no offers coming in for him, so we can pass on the mousy. I will carefully put him, I've been keeping him in a little tiny Ziploc bag to keep him protected. We'll put him back in there. We'll put him with Rudolph here. Now, I have some, where did I set them? Oh, they're behind me. I have some Shackman stuff. Now, Shackman made a lot of paper products for I think they were in business in some way or another for 100 years. And then in the 90s, they started redoing a lot of wonderful Victorian looking stuff. And I have a little bit of it tonight. And Shackman sadly did not make it through the early 2000s because tastes have changed away from that Victoriana, which was so big. Yeah, I mean, there was even Victoriana magazine in the 80s. So as that faded, so did their sales, I guess, and they don't exist anymore. So it's great to find some of their stuff. Now this is from a series from 1995, and this is just a their animal boxes. Now they had a series of stuff that were made with these animals, but I don't have like you have. It's anthropomorphic when it's vegetables made to look like people, but I don't know if it's the same thing when it's animals dressed up looking like people. But they have the kind of Victorian clothing, and they're all ice skating. And these are the sides of the box. And then this is the lid. Now, they're all brand new old stock. You know, it's new old, what they call new old stock. It's stock that's just like new, but it's just never been used. But it is something from 1995. And when these are put together, it makes a 4x4-inch square. And I have, how many do I have? I have 8 of these. So they are going to be $4 each. And I'm going to give you the number, and then if you want more than one, put times whatever, you know, however many you want, because I have 8 of them total, but they are $4 each. And I lost my mouse. So these are for the Shackman winter animal boxes. It's $4 each. It is number 45. Number 45. I think these are adorable because you can either use them as gift boxes, or the fact that they're ice skating and then the top of the box has this great winter scene, then you can just have this sitting out as your winter decorations. One of the reasons I like decorating with snowmen is because you don't have to put them away right after Christmas. You can leave them out through January, at the very least, through all of January. I actually have mini. I splurged, and they had them at Big Lots. So with the sale, it was like $5. But they're little mini snowmen, and they're all lit up. I decorated the TARDIS. But so I see designs and do-overs for 2 of them. That would still leave me 6 if anyone else is interested. I actually really like the raccoon. I like the face on the raccoon. So, and then so they're ice skating, I guess, at night, because that looks more like a moon to me than a sun. Okay, let me carefully sit you there and start writing down. So we have designs and do-over wants 2. Nora wants 1. Thank you very much. Where's my other Shackman? Shackman are underneath the weird Christmas bells. You'll see them in a minute. Okay. I have. Now, I did look up these other Shackman things online. And you guys are definitely getting them at a lower price than what I'm going to list them at. Because these are the kind of things that they are really, really well known. Hi, Wendy. Ah, you got to take care of your kitties too? My kitties are, oh, okay. They're still tuckered out. I mean, they've been wired on coffee, unfortunately, for 3 days. But they're both asleep. Wow, Aragorn didn't even come say hello like he usually does. He's asleep on top of the tub that all the Christmas stuff came out of, and Gimli is asleep on top of another box. Oh, so I have, this is the style. I mean, this would have been like an ephemera piece, a Victorian style ephemera piece, and they would take original, there's a name for it, scraps, original Victorian scraps, and hi Linda, and they would tweak the colors sometimes, but then they would find ways to redo it as something that they could sell in a modern market. And it's an ornament. It's got a thin, it's a very thin little gold string, but it's double-sided so that you can use it as an ornament. Personally, I think it'd be pretty cool hanging off the chandelier in the dining room, but this is 9 inches long and 7 inches wide. You have a new kitten? Oh, Wendy, why don't you tell me? I could give you one. We're not that close to each other, though. Yeah, you do need to share those pictures. So this one is $10. Now I do have 2. So it'd be the first 2 people. But isn't that great looking? And they have, like, there's a lot of foil lines, gold lines. I'll try to get it. I don't know if the angle will show them, but there's a lot of thin lines that are gold foil so that it really catches the light. And where'd it go? These are, and since I have more than one, you can put ×2 if you want them both, or just, your name in for if you want one, and like take 2 people then. They are it's $10 each. $10 each, number 42, for this gorgeous vintage Shackman angel ornament. That must have been a gorgeous, gorgeous piece of original ephemera that they used. Okay, and I see, put that there. We'll put that up there. So I see Nora for 1. Now the other one I have, now that one that I just showed you is one of the rarer ones. This one's more common. This one is also a Shackman ornament, but it's the 3 cherub heads with the holly, and it's the same on each side. And these are not thin cardstock. They have a good thickness to them, so that they, you don't have to worry about them creasing or bending too much. They're a thicker cardstock than those old Beisel things that you used to hang on your walls. And these also, I don't think I can get it to do it. These also have, like, there's little lines all through the feathers that are gold, and every little line on, not quite, but there's all these little gold lines to reflect the light on all of these. Wonderful Shackman piece. And I have 5 of these. if you want more of the angel trios of cherubs. This one is $6 each. $6 each, number 75. And this is one of my favorites. I love this one. But boy, when I had a chance to get from Mr. Buys a Lot, it's one of the few times I bought stuff. I got a box lot of Shackman stuff from him, and there were multiples of things. I absolutely loved it. There were a couple of things that there weren't any multiples that were snowmen, and I went, oh, mine. So, okay, I see no one for the angel heads. Now, I need to take a drink of water. Oh, your kitty just showed up for one day. Yeah, that's kind of how that happens. They just show up. I do hope the outdoor kitties are okay, because they got unfortunately they also got the caffeinated cat food that should never have happened. So now I have, and it's funny because I think the label's on backwards. It's a fabric and pattern kit, patchwork wreath. The whole thing's in there, but it doesn't say what size this wall hanging's going to be when you finish making it. But all of the fabric is in there. There's a that's the muslin backing, and then there's, oh, my light is so bad tonight. They're just not lined up right. So you've got, this is all green leaves, and then over here, this side is green with little red cardinals. There's some lighter greens. There's a white one with tiny little holly leaves and berries on it. And it goes all the way back to some reds in the back. There is a lot in there. And I've never used it. It is a patchwork wreath from Virginia Real Quilts, designed by Mary Jo Mason. It's from 1992. Virginia Real Quilts is a company that was in Yorktown, Virginia. And this is one of those wonderful kits where it comes with everything. And if you've ever bought any of those kits, they are usually super expensive. But I am offering this one up for $30. It has everything in there but the thread and the needle. So it is $30 for that wonderful wreath wall hanging. The full kit, everything is there. It is $30. It is number 50. $30, number 50. I know that seems like a lot, but if you're a quilter and you know that these things just are ridiculously expensive. And so you guys are getting it for not quite half of what that's going to be listed as. Now, let's see about, let's find something to be another offer up. We have 26 watching. And what do we got here? What do we got? All right, let's save him. Let's do a Putz house set. Come here, come here. If you saw the preview, that thumbnail picture was some Putz houses. Now, they're generally called that. I don't know if these are officially from Putz. They do say Japan on the bottom. Let's do the blue set first. Let's do 2 sets. We'll do the blue and we'll do the red. I did not really have a chance to price these out, so they're going to be an offer up. I've just buried my pen. So, so they do have Japan, and for some reason, every one of them has a hole in the bottom, in spite of the fact that there's a hole in the back for the light. Why? Now that one says Japan. Now some of them have Leslie written in pencil as well on the bottom. We're going to do, let's do the 2. If I could spell right, 2 red Putz. This is a steal of a price to start them at. We're going to start them at 5. Now, I will show you the first one is something I've never seen before. It's brick. It's made to look like brick. Now, this back corner, as you can see, is bent up a little bit. A little care that might be able to come down. All of the windows that are, well, the 2 front windows are intact. These things always had this fine little film inside to make the windows. Now you can see, maybe you can't, but it's a little wrinkled on this side one. The side one looks like the heat of a bulb started to make it shrink a little bit, because I think these were just cellophane, that early cellophane windows. And you can see there, you can just catch it in the light. Those 2 windows still have their gold lines. They are not broken at all. There's still nice coloring. There's a little wear, like there was supposed to be some gold. They have the mica on the roofs, and there should have been some gold edging, and it seems like there's a little wear of where that's not as thick, because like it's really thick right on the edge there, but it's not so thick on the front line. Like it doesn't come up onto the white. It's there, but just on the outer edge. Now that's the first one. And like I said, that's the unusual one. I have never seen one done with brick ever. Now the other one that comes with it says Japan on the bottom. Same problem, has that little hole. Now this little tiny hole is from the tree. The tiny little bottle brush tree is the original tree. All of these that I have the original trees on them, I think. One tree on one of the white ones I glued back on tonight. But this one has all that lovely mica on the roof. And now you can see that the roof is bent down a little bit right here. It has not cracked though, because sometimes when these bend, you bend badly enough, all the mica stuff cracks. And it didn't crack, but it is bent a little creased. Now this one again has all its windows. See if I can get it to where it's going to be iffy on this one. This one does not have, they did the lines in what looks like silver, and it's harder to get that to reflect. Oh, there we go. Look at the lines on the big window. And the 2 small windows are there as well. They are all there. This back corner is curled up a little bit. So you get both of the red houses. You get both of these lovely red houses. And remember, these are not the big ones. These are the small, the what I call the mini ones, which I've not seen too often. I was so surprised when I found this box, and I was like, Wait a minute, I remember that box. Isn't that box, so they're not quite 3.5 inches wide. They're like, just a tiny smidge under it. And then they're about 2.5 inches high. At least this one's 2.5 inches high. I think the brick one might be a little taller. No, the brick one's 2.5 high as well. So this is for the 2 red ones. And I see Marilyn at 10. And Sandy is out. Okay, so it looks like it was just the 2 of you up. So we're gonna do going once. We'll be kind of quick about it. Going twice. And I have cat hair all over me. Sold to Marilyn. All right, Marilyn, for $10. Okay, so that's the 2 red ones. Now, 3, let's do the blue ones. Now, there's 3 of these, so I'm going to start these a little higher. I really love the castle one. Wait till you see this castle. Okay, so, oh yeah, isn't this great? It's pink with little black cats all over it. I love it. I saw it in a Goodwill. There's no tag on it. I don't know who made it or anything. I saw it in a Goodwill and went, I need to have that. So, ow, ow, ow. Hang on a second. I need it to stretch out the back. It's, yeah. Ow. I might need to get Tylenol tonight. I took the naproxen. It hurts. We're getting to the point where I'm due for, I'll soon be due for shots again. Because I've been doing a lot of lifting and twisting, and my back's not happy. Okay, so where were we? 3 blue, I gotta need to type it in. 3 blue Putz houses. We're gonna start these at 7. So the smallest of them, they have wonderful mica, and now are all the windows. Okay, so here's the weird thing about the windows on this one. They are all 3 there, okay? But it looks like the bottom part, they're tilted back. Like the bottom of the small windows is not attached to the window frame, as it were. So it looks like they got a little bit loose, but they're not broken. And then, of course, the big one's not broken. Now, this has a different kind of tree in that it's just got that kind of mossy stuff, but it's got the same mica snow all over it. Now you can see this corner's curled up, and the corners are all curled up a little bit. And it does have this, the snow line is weird. At the back, there's a white line, and it comes around. I don't know why there's a white line of mica on the back. And I also noticed the hole on this one is significantly smaller. But it also says Japan. Now, this corner is bent down a little, and you can see that there's no real break to the mica. But this corner, You can definitely see a crease right here. There's a line because what happens is it cracks the layer of mica. And so there's a very faint line. I think you can see the crack right there. It does go all the way across, but that is the one spot it really shows. So you have, that's the first one. Then comes this one, whose tree is a little twisty and looks like something from Dr. Seuss. This one has a slight hole in the top of the main door, but the windows are fine. Does have Japan on the bottom and the Leslie in pencil, and for some reason has 2 holes. Does have the hole in the back for the light, but does have the original cellophane windows and the big door, but the big door can't quite get the angle. Well, there we go. See that dark spot at the top of the big door? That's where there's a little hole in the big door. And I love that the roof has this little red glittery on the edge of the roof line. The roof is in good shape. Oh, absolutely do. So cute. And then the big one that goes with it. Again, hole in the bottom. Now the holes in the back are meant to be there. They're supposed to be there for lights. This has really good, like this has the heavy duty, thick gravel like mica all around the bottom. It has this little wall. Now what I found interesting in this one is that while the windows are the cellophane, the front door is actually a lithographed piece of paper. And look at the size of that tree. Now, it has turned a little brown at the top part, but it does have the mica snow heavily across the bottom. Now, you can kind of see that this window, the cellophane has broken, and this window, the cellophane has broken. But that door is so cool looking. So you get all 3 of them. Let's see if I can hold. I like how the top of this, look at the top of this. It's made like to look like turrets. It's really like a little castle. So you get that one, and this one. And they're all blue. They're all roughly the same shade of blue. These 2 are definitely the same shade of blue, I think. I just noticed that on my screen they look slightly different, but these are the same shade of blue. This one is slightly darker, but you get all 3 of the blue ones. And I see Wendy in for 7. Hello, James. So you have all 3 blue ones. Wonderful mica, shiny all over them. I've seen blue before. I've not seen these kind of houses very often. Usually they have the more traditional roof line like that. This is the one that I've just not seen too often of these. But I have seen the blue colorings before. I've seen blue, pink, white, occasionally green. You don't seem to see green too often. And those red ones I've never seen. There's a TARDIS ornament? Ooh. I do know that Hallmark put out a David Tennant ornament this year because Mike got it for me for my birthday. I still want a Dalek ornament. I don't have a Dalek. I don't think I have any of the villains, but I have a Tom Baker ornament. I have the David Tennant one now. I have Matt Smith with Missy, who was the female incarnation of the Master, which was a cool little set from somewhere. And those are the only Doctor Who ornaments I have. I don't actually have a TARDIS Doctor Who ornament. But so you get all 3, and I just see Wendy. I'm gonna very carefully sit them back. The basket is full of all the tissue paper they were wrapped in, because each one was wrapped carefully in a large piece of tissue paper. Oh, no, no, no. Time to go. We're gonna report you. Bye-bye. And then we're going to, we're gonna remove you and hide user on this channel. There we go. Bye-bye. Ah, Cybermen were all right. I like them. One of my favorite critters is a really, really old one because they had the funniest outfits. And it's I can't remember if it's a Troughton episode or if it's a Hartnell episode, but they look like giant moths. The outfits are so hokey. So I'm pretty sure it's a Hartnell one. They were really fun. I like them. The Daleks crack me up. Missy, I love Missy as the master. The new master is too psychotic because there's nowhere for him to go. They made him so psycho, there's nowhere left. So, oh, good, Bonnie. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I do need to get more moderators. I don't have that many. So let's get back to where we were. Wendy was at 7 for the blue, the blue little houses. So we're gonna start calling that. And we're gonna let that run for a second. Wendy is at 7 for the 3 blue Putz houses. Hello, Maria. And we're gonna call that sold. To Wendy. Wendy, Wendy, Wendy. Okay, now, I got so much stuff here. Okay, let's do this. This is not technically Christmas, but I needed a thumbnail picture. I was gonna put this on my Etsy shop. This is the last one I have of purses that I used to make purses out of because my mother had so many scraps of fabrics. But look, I made sure the flowers lined up. But it's just a wonderful little purse. Now, as a clutch purse, I made the strap a little too small because this is the first one like this I had ever made. But I was thinking if it's like that, you could put it on your belt. Wendy, let me double check. Dun, dun, dun. You still in Tennessee, right? And is your email still at Juno? Because if all that's the same, then yes, I have you. I've been archiving all of trying to archive everybody so that I can go right into there and look. Your local theater was having a sale on different things from their stock. Keychains of what? Anyway, let's go to. So this is a nice little plus. It has stiff interfacing on the inside. It does not have an inside pocket, but it is lined with a nice little silky lining. It has 2 nice big snaps to go on and a vintage button on it. If you want, because of the way this is, having this here, it's one of those things where at the time I made it, they had just started coming out with those little fanny packs And I thought this was much classier looking than a fanny pack because you could just loop it through your belt if you didn't want to carry it as a clutch. Oh, a Cyberman. I have a Cyberman keychain. I could use it as an ornament. That would be cool. All right, good night, Wendy. So this, let's get a measurement here. You are 8 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 for this nice little clutch purse. And it is not written down on my list. It is $10 and is number 41. $10, number 41. Handmade by me. Stick you right over there. I figured I'd better show it because it was the thumbnail. All right, let's see. I'm running out of space on my thing and I still have stuff to get through. Okay. Don't you dare slide away. Come back here, Santa, because you are impressive and I don't want you to run away yet. So I have these. It is Santa Baby set of salad plates. Now, I want to double check because I want to make sure there's all 4. No, there's not. There's only 3. Turkey. However, they are really cool looking. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. She kind of has that 1950s pinup look in a way. They're made by Rosanna, made in China. So we have that one. We have Follow Me in Merry Measure. Really, really cool looking. I mean, really, if you wanted something different to serve your hors d'oeuvres on at a Christmas party, she is all leg. This one says, Here Comes Santa Claus. I think they are really kind of cool and really funny. And would make really neat little things to put cookies on or put hors d'oeuvres on at a party. Apparently there should have been one in a sleigh. That's the one I'm missing. And so their original price tag was $40. Yeah, that's not going to happen here. So the Santa Baby plates. It's a set of 3. And that will be $10. $10, number 43. I mean, you get the box they're in. Even the box would make a neat decoration. But $10, number 43, and there's only 3 of the designs of the plates. But standing up like this, even the box would make a cool decoration. $10, number 43. I'm gonna put my notepad back on top of it. Now, I didn't quite know what to do with this lot of cards. There's only 6, but they're all dimensional. They're not all vintage, but see how this one sticks up? These are all used cards, but for crafting purposes. Now this one has a flocked frame, but the piece is a silk. It's a silk embroidered ribbon. That Christmas tree is all silk embroidery. And the frame has flocking to it because that's a vintage one. So you get that one too. This one's cool because when you put it together, it folds up to show, it makes this neat little picture all the way around. So you have that one. This one has some little like these stand up and the berries stand up. This is another one where this whole front piece stands out. But this one intrigued me because he's a pressed piece of aluminum. And he's all dimensional. So that's really kind of different for you to craft with. So all of these have some kind of dimensional thing other than this one, which creates that wonderful little pyramid shape. And this one, which is a silk ribbon embroidered. So you get all 6 of these unusual ones to craft with. Don't you get caught on anything. So you have all 6 of these. Dimensional cards. And it's just $3. And it's number 12. $3, number 12, and you get the 6 dimensional cards to craft with. Because I know, like, this one I really do like. Because that's got some real height to what it's got going on there. There's a couple of layers to that one. But that foil one, foil or aluminum, but he's really something. Because he's really thick. He stands up quite a bit. So he's a really neat dimensional piece. So we have that one. Stay. Now I do have a special, very special Christmas card. He is going to be an offer up by himself. Because I could not find anything to price him at. And I'm going to start him at what I think is ridiculously low of $4. But boy, where do you see him? So whoops. Okay. When I got into my parents' into my mother's cedar chest, there were some Christmas cards. This was one that I found later that was down inside. He is big. Look at this. Got a little bell going on, and actually that part from the bell, it's like it's getting a little wobbly, but it's there. Now all the red on him is flocked. He's even on the back. The red back here is all flocking. Now there is a smudge of some kind across there. He is big. I mean, he's a big, big guy. We are starting him at $4. He is a Hallmark piece. If you collect Hallmark, he does have it. He has his own little stand to make. Yeah, I don't know how you tell if there's a way to tell a date on a Hallmark card, but it does have a signature in there, but it has a little slot back here, and you just very carefully cooperate, dude. There, come on. It's a little stiff because it hasn't been put together in I don't know how many years since it's been hiding in there. But he then will stand up on his own as a decoration. This fantastic vintage Hallmark card that I'm betting is from the 70s. He's an offer up. We started the 70s or 60s. Because the flocking didn't come in before that. I think the flocking on cards was more mid 60s on up thing. Because I haven't seen that really on the cards from the 40s too much, but I really think, especially like there's things like the font that they use for the Christmas stuff. I really think he's early 70s, but he is something else, and he is. How tall are you, dude? He's 11 inches tall. He is just something else. Instant decoration right there. And I don't see any interest, so I'm going to very carefully get him back and sit him there, and we will pass on him. Let's do the other offer then of the, now these are the cards you guys, I'm sure, would be interested in, because these are the 1940s and 50s cards. There are 10 of them. And these are the ones that are hard to find, that tend to be expensive. We're going to start these at 8. Yes, there are only 10, but wait till you see these beauties. So there are 10 of these. These are all, well, hello. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome. These 10 are all from the 1940s, 1950s. And they are just gorgeous. Most of them are probably lithographed cards. We're starting the offers at 8. Now, this one has Santa down in the corner. There's a little wear spot over here. There's quite the long Christmas letter written inside of it, but there's also these neat candles on poinsettias on the outside. So you get that one. You get this little darling, Season's Greetings. Have a happy Christmas day. The little boy with the train. Merry Christmas to someone nice, and it's all the toys. And then inside has a couple more little toys. This one actually isn't signed. So this one's not actually used. It's not signed. It says Christmas, Christmas, is nice, and Santa is too, but they ain't half as nice as you. And as is AZ. So it's written like it'd be a wee little kid. So you get that one as well. You get this one, which folds out. Christmas train for a swell boy. The Christmas train goes clackety-clack and huffs and puffs along the track. Behind the engine's car with coal, then Santa's coach from the cold. The cabooses last come rain and shine, and that's the end of the Christmas line. But this one folds out to all this. That one, you know, this is the kind, it'd be really cool to, like, you could frame this and have it hanging on the wall as the Christmas thing. And then you got Santa and Mrs. Claus. They got their own little personal car. Great vintage Hallmark card. And then we have this one. Now this one shows some little tape marks up here. That's Happy Christmas. You have the cornucopia. There's a little bit of glitter on that one. Not much. And then you have, they just get better and better. a little cherub angel tree. It's a little tiny one. And these two Santas are absolutely adorable. Christmas wishes for you. And it's got these little tiny snowflake sprites inside. That says Nana. That's my great grandmother. So yeah, that's definitely the 40s. But considering that she signed it, that's my great grandmother. So so you have this wonderful one of Santa at the chimney, and then this one says for baby's first Christmas, but it doesn't say what baby it was. So could have been anyone. I think this would have been Steve or Phyllis, maybe even David, because they're all older baby boomers. And you've got this great little image inside. But all 10 of these wonderful, mostly 1940, well, all 1940s, 1950s, vintage Christmas cards. The start was at 8, because these older ones are just really incredibly hard to find. And I'm really surprised there's one in there that's not actually signed, because usually they're always signed. I don't see any interest, so we'll pass on that. And we're gonna pass on those Christmas things, those Christmas cards. I have, this is a set of Keff, Keff creation. They are screwback earrings, but they are little mica covered. The white is all covered in mica, and then there's silver, the old school glitter where it's the thick little metal squares. That's the silver that's on there. And then they have a little red mercury glass clanger on the inside. It's on their original card. And so for the vintage bell earrings, these are $7. These are $7, number 62. $7, number 62. They're on their original card. Now, the back of the card showing its age. It's showing some foxing spots, but the earrings themselves are in great condition. I love the little mercury glass balls in there for the clangers. $7, number 62 for those. Need some more water. And let's get the other Putz houses. Because there are, I'm being so careful with these because I don't want to have anything happen to them. So I put them in the big basket because I didn't want to risk kittens. So the next 2 lots of Christmas Putz houses, and this is all that I had found in that box. There are 3 teal ones, and then the next lot will be the 4 white ones. So the 3 teal ones. What did we start the other 3 at? We'll start this. We're going to start these at 7. And we have This one says Leslie on the bottom and has a bigger hole. It says Japan on the bottom and has a bigger hole. And unfortunately, this one, the hole goes all the way to the edge. And this one, same problem. And they all do have their, you know, the original holes in the back that are supposed to be there. But this has, now this one, there's a little bit of foxing that you can see those little dots on the roof of this one. Is that? So it looks like this corner, if I can get the light to get it, there's a little bit of a split right there. And then this window has, the cellophane in the window has cracked. But it has the original tree. And it has that little bit of red on the edge of the roof line. It has its mica on the house all the way around. Look at all that wonderful sparkle glitter. Absolutely lovely. Now there's that one. And this one has a little shrubbery bit over on the other side. Now this one has, this back corner is pretty curved. And this corner of the roof is down a little bit. But it also has that red line, has a nice big tree to it. And has, instead of having this one, like this one, the front door, the lines on it are in silver, which makes it hard to see. This one, the lines are gold, which you can see right there. It shows up a much better. Now this one, this little piece of the roof is a little bit loose, so it moves a little bit. And I will very carefully take a toothpick and glue that back on. So that that's secure for you. So you have those two, and then you have the third one. Now the third one, it looks like someone poked the front door and pushed it in, but I'm going to see if I can't go in through the bottom very carefully and push that again back up against the front door like it's hole like it should be. And again, with the original tree, the mica is all around, and you get all three of the little, this blue is a little bit darker or almost a little more teal. So that's how I separated them from the other set. And the start for these is $7. You get all three for these three little Putz houses. $7 for all three. And I don't see any takers for that. So we're gonna put pass in for that. And then carefully lay that there. And we'll do the 4 white Putz houses. Oh, wait, I see. Let's remove that comment. I see Mike looks for magic. Mike, make sure you email me your information because I don't have you. But so we have Mike in for the 3 Putz houses. And as I said, you can see where now how that shifted a little. I will repair that before this ever gets sent to you. Because I have stuff that I used to do miniature work. So I have tools to very carefully hold things in place, like little tiny forceps and stuff that make it easier to do for me to repair it and to get it into place. So you get all 3. And I believe, and the third one's still in here. I believe Mike is the only one for that, for the 3 teal ones. So I'm going to start calling it for Mike. So we have going once. Under your old name. Okay, yes, please send it again. And we'll get you all squared away. And going twice. And we'll give it a second, and I'll stretch my back again. I'm supposed to go December 13th to get the shot in my knee and more shots in my back. But we don't know yet if we'll have a vehicle for me to get out there. I looked up the bus routes. The bus route is nowhere near the place. So that's a problem. And if I'm getting the shot in my knee, you can't really walk that far to where the bus will stop. Not once they give me the shot. Because some days that's not real good. Does make my knee incredibly great, but the days that when you first get the shot, the swelling, then yeah, I'm back to a cane, and one time it was with a walker. I don't like working with the walker. Sold, there we go. So sold to 474. Whoops, wrong one. You got the teal ones for Mike. I hear a bell. Hello? You okay? What's the matter? What? You are going to try to get... I don't think you can do that. Come here. Come this way. Come here. Come here. If you're going to come this way. Come on, you can do it. No, 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 don't. You're going to knock stuff over. Oh, I knew I heard a bell. Hang on just a second. Come here. I know what's going to happen if you try to go that way. Come here. Oh. Come on, little mama's boy. Honestly. I knew we couldn't go a full sale without Aragorn wanting mom time. Knew it. He was sound asleep, and then he's starting to look to figure out how to get to me. And they play the floor as lava. Instead of walking across the floor and right up to me, they go onto a pedestal that's over there, and then onto the back of this break front, or whatever it's called, the tier. And then they'll wiggle their way through there and try to climb down. And I have the way blocked all the way. Because my owl picture that had been up there, the little jerks knocked onto the floor. So, what? Oh, look at you. You're going to curl up? No, you're not. I'm going to pet you for a second, then I'm going to put you right back down. So, so this is Aragorn. Aragorn still needs a home. Once Aragorn trusts you, he is an absolute cuddle bug. He wants to be next to you. He wants to be on your lap. If he sleeps with you, he will lay in between your legs at your knees, thereby pinning you into the bed. But he is an absolute mama's boy. He wants, and if it's not me and I'm not around, he goes for Michael. He does the same thing to Michael. He wants to be next to him, or he wants to be on their lap, and just wants the attention and the cuddles, and loves this. Let's see if he'll do it this time. Maybe not. What? No? Okay. He loves tummy rubs usually. I usually can even lay him upside down in my arms and he'll do a tummy rub, but now that they're coming off their caffeine high after getting into that, after what happened. So I guess they're all kind of not feeling so great. Caffeine hangover? Stuff's toxic for you guys, so hopefully you should all be okay. All right, I'm going to put you back down. You have to go back and lay over there. You can't stay with me. Oh, you're going to go try to lay on top of Gimli. Good luck. Well, you are going to try. Oh, this is going to be fun. He's trying. He really has become, and I'm kind of becoming afraid that I might not be able to adopt him out, because it seems like he's really becoming a bonded pair with Gimli, and we're not getting rid of Gimli. So he won't adjust well. But we'll see. But they're not realizing that they are both almost full size now at going into 8 months old. And so he tries to lay with Gimli on places where there's not room, barely room for Gimli, because he's almost as big as the doctor. So the two of them together, it doesn't always work. Oh, all right. So let's do these white ones. Now, I'm going to start, even though there's 4 of them, I'm going to do these, start these at the same $7. And when you see the one, you'll see why. Because one of them, I think, should have had a little porch roof, and it doesn't. So we're just going to do it as if it were 3, even though there's 4 of them. So we're going to do the white Putz houses. We're going to start these at 7. And you can just see PAN for Japan on this one. And I don't know why they ever like put the lights in that way when they have the hole in the back. But it has its original tree. Now this one has a little flip of paper that popped up right there. I mean, you're getting these right out of the box that I had inherited them in. I literally just unpacked this box today. And the box, the shipping label on the box that they were in was from 1979, and everything was still on there. It was being sent back by the Air Force to the United States. Seriously, you're going to lay in the box of trash? If it's a box, then they fit, right? Cats. So you get this one, and you get, and this one, the roof is good. There's no real bends to the roof. The mica is all there. Looks good. The windows and the door are not broken. They are in good shape. Tree's a little tilted, but it's growing underneath the eaves. And then there's this little one, which goes with it. That has a little shrubbery with some of the mica snow on it. The 2 outer windows. The 2 outer windows here, the cellophane has cracked and curled a little bit. You get that one as well. Again, small hole, but it does say Japan on the bottom. This one says Leslie, a little bit larger hole. I like the roof line of this one. We haven't seen a double roof line like this. Now, I don't know if that's meant to be a church, because it does have silver lines on the big window, and the silver is so hard to get the light to reflect to show you the lines. But all the windows are intact. The back corner here is a bit curled up, but this one actually has some gold glitter to make like a, I don't know if it's meant to be a path coming away from the church, but I think that one's meant to be a church. Very unique looking little lines there. And then here's one of those ones that I said you just don't see that often, of the little castle. And it's got the original trees. It's got the little moss stuff. It doesn't have snow on that moss, though. Now, the back corner is curled up a bit, and it does, as usual, the thing on the bottom. But it's got that nice, thick mica flakes on the top, and it's got that castle look. But they also put a little bit of gold around the little roof line. But you can see that, you can see this. Whoops, this, where it looks, there's definitely something missing. So it's missing a roof. So it should have a roof there, but it does not. Mike, so far your info has not shown up yet. I did pin a comment to the top, which gives the email and what I need from you. But I also know that things have been pretty slow lately for me getting emails. So we'll give it a second and see if it pops through. So, but you get all 4 of these. So you get the little castle one, but like I said, that's kind of, we're starting it at the same price that we did for when it was just 3, because That one's definitely missing a roof. I don't really have anything that can mimic that mica. So I don't have a way to like create a roof that would match. So you get that, you get the wonderful little church. I love the roof line of that. You get the little one, which seems like a little cottage. Yep, that's it. That's the right email. And then you get this one as well. And I just see Deborah Tucker for 7 for these. And anyone want to come in for 8, let me know. But you get all 4 of these white ones, these wonderful vintage Japan Putz houses. I really do like this shape. Pity about that roof line. Oh, I see Mike coming in for 8. And Linda Schreier for 10. So we have 3 of you. All 3 of you are names that I haven't seen before. Welcome. What? Can I do this? There we go. So like I said, they all have that funny little hole in the bottom where somebody put a light through the bottom in spite of the fact that there's a hole in the back. Some have Leslie written in pencil on them, but all have the original trees. The windows in this one are in great shape. They aren't broken. The outer 2 by my finger have split and curled back a little bit, but the door and the other 2 inner windows are in great shape. All of the windows on what I'm presuming is the church is in great shape, and all of the windows and the door in this one, and again, this is just like the church. The main door part, the decoration is in silver instead of in gold, and it's so hard to get it to show up in the pictures. Wow, people really like the white ones. So I can understand why. I mean, white really is the fun of the winter. So I see Linda at 15. I see Deborah Tucker at 20. And I hear somebody trying to sneak up behind me. Where are you? Oh, hi. It's Skinny Boy. Hi, Elrond. What? Hello. Okay, so I see Deborah Tucker at 20. And this is Elrond. This is my boy. This is the one who, what? You're not going to go to sleep in my arms, though he will. You and Aragorn will both do that, but you're going to go right down here. You're going to just lay. I know what you're laying on. You're laying on my sweatshirt. So, and I see Linda has said out. Deborah, you do need to email me your information. It's all at the top on that pinned comment at the top, and it's at the corner of the screen there. All prices shipping is not included. But we're going to start calling it. But yeah, these were a great find. This is inherited stuff from my one aunt that had traveled all over the world. And anytime they were going to move again to a different country, she would just pack things up and send them home. And so there were boxes of stuff that, like this one, it had the original label on it from the 70s, and so she would just pick stuff up, and she loved buying vintage stuff even back then. So let's get. So these things have probably been sitting in the box since the 70s. So well, let's call that as sold. It'll come out in a minute. Let me carefully sit these back over here on top of all the tissue paper. And sold. Sold to, I have Deborah Tucker. Congratulations, Deborah. I wondered if the white ones would go higher because that's all a lot of the magazines for Christmas this year. I've seen it in a couple of different magazines and they just show the white ones. The white ones are really cool to decorate with. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate that. Bless your heart. I'm rubbing my hands because I'm cold. The Pyrex bowl, this is a jadeite bowl and it's sold. It's from the last sale I had, and I have that and a Pyrex piece that are going to the same buyer. And I'm not finding a box that's the right size that I can fit them both in safely. So I have not shipped those yet. But yeah, that was a nice find. That's a Fire King swirl jadeite mixing bowl. With having inherited so much stuff, you never know what I'm going to find, and that piece was just, there's not a scratch in it. It's awesome. So you never know. You never know what I'm going to find with this much stuff to go through, and it's most of it is all here in the house. So yeah, but now that I know about them, like I know about the Pyrex now, and I know I don't buy often. I did in the early days. You'll see some shop with me when my phone was actually letting me film. My phone now is so little memory left, no matter how much stuff I delete, that it only lets me film about 15 minutes. So that doesn't really give you enough when you're trying to do a shop with me. And I mostly shop looking for glass because I know here in the vintage community, you guys love your vintage glass, and I didn't really inherit hardly any. But I've got a lot of other little stuff, which is what tonight is. Tonight's a lot of little stuff, some of it contemporary, but as much vintage as I could pull together. We're almost done because I've been trying to keep it kind of short tonight. Ouch. Because of the fact that the insurance adjuster should be coming first thing in the morning about the car. I do have, and I never looked up the price for this. This is a Ray Dunn, and it just says sweet. It is like an eggshell white. So it's not a bright pure white, but it's a wonderful little pillow. Just says sweet on it. And oh, there's the red dot. Let's see if it came through. I don't know why, but emails being sent to me. There's Mike's. Good. Thank you, Mike. And there is Deborah. Deborah, is that Oak Island? The one that everybody tries to dig a big hole in? At some point, there might be more glowy green glass. I just have to get my son to decide whether I'm allowed to sell it or not. We'll find out. But yeah, I mean, it was funny. Like we took a black light and I was like, because in the kitchen, there's no cabinets. There's a hutch, but there's no cabinets like a modern kitchen. Because it's very much 1930s kitchen. But there's a walk-in pantry. Now I'm 5'3" because I've already lost an inch. And so I absolutely love the fact that there is a walk-in pantry because I'm too short. The hutch I have to kind of stretch just to reach the second shelf. Never mind the third or the fourth shelf. Forget that. I got to get a step ladder out. So I took the the black light, and I was like flashing around and checking stuff. And he's like, oh, what's that glowing green? And I'm like, well, those, I don't think we're selling those because I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of little chips on them. But there's all these dessert dishes that are kind of like almost the shape of like a margarita glass, just not as big. And boy, did they lit up just like a neon light. So they must be some of the early stuff. And that's what I had to explain to my millennial about uranium glass, which he now thinks is the coolest thing under the sun. So I have to, if I find any, I have to get his approval first of whether I can sell it or not, or whether he's going to snag it on me, which is kind of funny. All right, I have, these were in the box. I filled my book here. All right, let's see. Okay, so let me quick. We're gonna do these fast and furious. Which ones did I do before? Oh, I did the, okay, we have Snow Buddies, we have Trim a Tree, Jingle Babies, Holiday Sparkle, and Snowmen. Yes, I'm actually getting rid of something Snowmen, which doesn't usually happen. I need more little number cards. Hang on. Cooperate with me, you little buggers. There we go. Okay, so no big hole. Okay, not that Oak Island. Okay. Oh, it is that. So, okay. Oh yeah, my hair does grow long. Yes, Happy and Hearted. My usual time to do a sale is Thursday nights at 11 p.m. And because my health this past year has been so iffy as we readjusted to what it's like to live with one pinched nerve and damage from the other side being pinched, I do them every other week because I'm also, because of having been hurt, I'm still backlogged in shipping, which some people have been extremely sweet about, and I'm truly blessed. And other people have not, and I completely understand that because it's my fault that some people's not, that it's a little slow. Partly also because I can't schlep everything up to the third floor like I used to. Yeah, my hair, when I started this channel, my hair got chopped way up here, and then now it's down here. I like the darker red color too. So, but because now we have to see what's going to happen because it's Christmas time. I will probably be doing another sale next week because I looked at the dates, and the next Thursday, if I alternate, then I'm going to end up having to do a live. I didn't mind doing a live sale Thanksgiving night, but the next one would put me as trying to have a live sale like 2 days before Christmas. And I really don't want to have to deal with trying to do that with the hassle of that weekend, because that's going to be a busy weekend. My sister's birthday is the day after Christmas, so we don't tend to get together. And this year, I don't know if we are getting together. Because, I mean, she's got grandchildren now, and it alternates over whose house of her kids, whose house she's going to be at, and when, if we get together with her or not. And we haven't been able to get together for the last 2 years because of pandemic and all that fun stuff. So I just don't want to deal with it for that weekend. So and I also want to try to line up a guest. I'm trying to find a time when Lisa from Flippin' Crazy can be on my show as a guest and we do a joint sale together. So keep an eye out. There might be a sale on a Sunday afternoon where it's the two of us together, because staying up this late for her on a Thursday is just not possible, because she has two sales on that she does on a Thursdays that are literally like half an hour apart. So it's just too much then for her to do a third one on a Thursday. So if you haven't put the little bell to all notifications, you can always change it back to like, but for all notifications would be good, because for this month and going into January, I'm going to be bouncing around a little bit. I want to try to get more guests on, and I have a couple of invitations to be a guest on a couple other channels. And so you want to make sure you can get all that. And during the winter too, I want to try to get more drop sales going. I have memberships on my channel now. For $1.99 a month, the first level membership, the Night Owls get these fun little emojis to play with. But the Fairy Realm, they get 24 hours notice first to all drop sales. And there'll be a drop sale coming up that I'm hoping I plan on getting filmed this weekend and dropping, because I did a sale of bolts of crafting ribbon, the kind you like make bows out of, or you want to wear. I still have bolts of that stuff left, and I'm going to sell it by the yard. So that will be the drop sale. And there's actually some Christmas ribbon here that we haven't even gotten to tonight, and I'm not sure we're gonna get to. Go try. Let's do these first. So let's do these real quick. And so you know, memberships, buy me a tea, super chats, super thanks, all that stuff is active on my channel. All of that is money that goes towards the cats. It goes towards taking care of them. I started something new on the Buy Me a Coffee, started something new 2 days ago called a wish list that they have, and I have two wish lists. One is to get a $100 gift card for, and so like you can choose if you want to buy me a tea, or if you want to put $5 towards that gift card, you could put it on the wish list towards that gift card. One is for a gift card for small repairs around the house that I can do over the winter. But usually what happens is I don't have enough extra to pay for like I know there's a couple of spots where I need to put new caulking around a couple of the old original windows from 1911 on the inside of the house. And I don't have any caulk. And I haven't had the funds to just go buy one thing of caulk. So you have all that. And the other one is for an emergency fund for being able to get cat food and cat litter and all that for PetSmart. That's the other wish list. And bless their heart, I posted that on my Facebook page, on my personal page, and somebody put $50 on it already. So the wish list for the cats is for that emergency fund backup card for PetSmart is already almost there. It's halfway there. So bless you, whoever did that, because it just says someone, so I don't really know who did it. So bless their heart. Oh, you like the emojis? Yes, all my little night owls that I found, the different emojis for the night owls. They are so cool. I really thought you would get, each level would get emojis, so I actually have fairy emojis that I'm saving. But you get more emojis that you can make the more memberships you have. So the fairies won't be coming yet. Have to wait for those. So let's do these. These are all cross stitch, because I am never going to get, I am 57, darling, between books and other craft things, books to read and other craft things I have in this house. I am never going to get to them all. So I have a couple of books for cross stitch, and we're going to do these. These are $3. These are $3 each. The first one is snow buddies. So they are all snowmen designs. This is from Mill Hill, which Mill Hill often would do designs where then you would have little seed beads that you could buy and add them to their stuff. So Mill Hill always has great designs. But this is from 1998. Snow Buddies, it's $3. It's number 13 for Snow Buddies. The next one is Trim the Tree, which makes all these little ornaments. You can do these out of perforated paper for the cross stitch. What I've found with the stuff for perforated paper is they also work as if you get plastic canvas and then you just do it as a needlepoint design. So you can transfer them over to that to make these little ornaments. A couple of little Santas, a Mrs. Claus, some bunnies, snowmen. This is also $3. It's number 37. We have Jingle Babies, which are all little baby animals. There's a raccoon, there's a lamb, there's a baby deer, there's a bear, there's a cat, there's a dog, there's a rabbit. I don't know what that is. I think that's a dog. I think that's a dog. But you can do anything with these. They have it's just called Jingle Babies. And they're all these cute little animals. You see there on the back. This one's $3, and this is number 48. The next one says Holiday Sparkle from Dimensions from 1992. And this one has, I like the frame. The frame is cute. There's a double frame and a single frame you can make. Again, this is another one where it's meant to be like that perforated paper, the paper canvas, or, and there's so many in this one. Such a cool lot, but I like the frames. I like the double frame one. And then there's a single frame that's a wreath, and then there's another frame there. But then there's all these other ones you can make as ornaments. That is $3 for this one as well. This is $3. This is number 10. And then this one, now this one has quite a few pages. Because this one is Snowmen Through the Year. You can see a snowman for 4th of July. You got a whole lineup there. You've got Halloween snowman. I think the one that's the 4 snowmen is supposed to be the 4 seasons. But you've got some great snowmen in here. I like the bunny one. The bunny's cute. So you have Snowmen Through the Year. This is, like I said, this one is a bigger booklet. This one's from 1997. And Snowman Through the Year, I'm going to do it at the same price as the others. It is just $3. Number 59. $3, number 59. Put you down there. And now I've got, I need to quit soon. I need to get to bed. Okay, so this is gingerbread. So this says surprisingly that the original price of this was $13.90. Jeez. It's 10 yards of ribbon that's 2.5 inches wide. What the heck was that noise? Kitty, kitty. I hope. Oh, I'll bet I know what that noise was, because the stock pot from me making the turkey broth is still in the kitchen sink because it's got to get washed. And I think somebody just pushed the lid off of it trying to get into it. Some kitty's going to get a treat. So this is a spool that is 10 yards of this wonderful gingerbread ribbon. Now, I'm not going to take this plastic off and open it, but it's a sheer ribbon, and then the garland of gingerbread men and candies is all over it. Now there's 10 yards on this. Now they said the original price was $13.90. Well, I got an amazing deal on these, so you definitely are not going to be charged $13 for that. So this wonderful 10 yards of this fantastic ribbon is going to be it's going to be $6. $6 number 51. $6 number 51. And I kid you not, it's not gonna, that says $13.90 right there is the original. And I see Patsy M. Thank you. And I have another one that doesn't have the cellophane around it. Now this one's green with it's green and it's got some red, and it's got this guy on a horse with dogs, and then there's like red birds. So it's green and red. This is another one. It's the same thing. There's 10 yards on this. And this is another one. It says promo Christmas. Has the wire edge on the inside, but this one is not a sheer. This one is a cloth one. 10 yards of this particular one. I'm going to write green with horse. And this is going to be $6 for this one. $6, and it's number 82. $6, number 82. You can see the pattern just repeats. It's just it's interesting that it's, I guess because it is just green and red. Interesting pattern for that one. And what else do we have that's a big one like that? Is there another one that's a big one like that? Oh, wow. Okay, there's this one. Looks like it's the same company. Oh, Patsy wants that one as well. Okay. Okay. Now I have a striped one. It's the same company, I think. Oh, no, not the same company. But it is 10 yards. It's very silky feeling, so it's probably a nice polyester. It has some gold sparkle to it. Now, I need to trim. The end is fraying a little bit because it's a woven. This is not a cotton. This is a woven one. It does have the wire in the edge. It does have 10 full yards to it. But you can see all that little, there's gold thread running all through it to give it that nice sparkle. And you have this one, this is a blue down to a green. So you have this striped one. This is full 10 yards. This is also just $6, and it's number 44 for the striped one. I've run out of room. There you go. There. Do I have any more? Oh, there's one from that company. I'm looking for all the 10-yard ones. You look like you've been used. And you, all your things fell off. So I've got 3 more that I know are 10 yards. And how much is on this? Where? Oh, because there's a cardboard piece in there. Okay, so I should have taken that Tylenol. Do I have 3 more cards? I do not have 3 more cards. Come here. I need more cards. Okay, so this one is a velvet ribbon. Because this side is all velvet, made to look like a velvet tapestry. And it has these nice gold flecks. Now on the back is just an even green. It also has the wire. Now this one is 10 yards, but again, it's missing the outer pieces of the spool. So we have the green velvet. So the green and gold, the green velvet is $6. It's number 67 for the green velvet. And then we have don't worry, there's just 2 more of these to go. Now this one is the same company, C&J. This one at least has a thing on it. Well, this tag is the same as the others, but anyway, this is 10 yards. It's red and gold. This is red, like flocking, made to feel like velvet, and there's little tiny bits of gold sparkle in there, but the back of it is plastic, so that's not the same as the other ones. But this again is 10 yards. The original price was $13.90. Well, we never had stuff like this at Joann Fabrics. Boy, this stuff's cool. But isn't that great? That little sparkle, that gold sparkle in there. And so there's 10 yards of the red velvet. It is $6. It is number 83. $6, number 83, 10 yards of the red velvet. And then this one is also 10 yards, still sealed, still has this thing on there. This is by AAI. Don't know that company. Oh, wow. You were $19.90 per roll. Ooh. They're all the same width. They're all that 2.5 wide. But this is a red sheer with gold pearls around the edge. And it is wired. It does have the wire to the edge. But that is a red sheer with a gold beaded edge to it. It is still sealed up. There is 10 yards in this. And this is $6. And it's number 18. $6, number 18. Ah, that's okay. I mean, not all of us are crafty. I never could make bows. I used to work at Joann Fabrics back when they had this weird system of having 3 managers, and I was the inventory control manager. And I could not make a bow like they make the big round bows with all the loops out of this kind of stuff. I could not make one to save my life. They very quickly went, yeah, we're not letting her do that anymore. I'm not doing that. No. So when I ended up with this box of all kinds of ribbons, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with it because I can't make bows with this. I tried for 6 years working for them to make bows. I couldn't do it. Patsy M, do I have your info? I can't remember. I think you bought from me before? Kind of think you might have, but I kind of also think it's been a long while. Well, nothing came up in the archive, just saying Patsy M. Hmm. Nope. Huh. I don't see any. Oh, the snowman behind me? This is one of my snowmen. Because with having the kittens, we can't have a tree. Like, there's very little I can decorate. And this guy, I love him, but he's chipped. He's a bank. Isn't he cute? He has a little sticker, which I can't read. But I think he's really cute. The only snowman I don't like is I don't like the Rankin Bass Frosty, because I don't know why, but as a little kid he creeped me out, so I don't like him. But isn't he cute? And because he's got the chips that were filled in with a black marker, I figured it was safe to have him out as a decoration. So if by chance the kittens knocked him over and did anything to him, I didn't care. I didn't care so much. Because that's right on the front, and that's kind of annoying. I've been looking sometimes to see if I could ever see another one, but I've never seen another one like him. So this is about as much Christmas decorating as I'm getting. I have the little snowman lights around the TARDIS, a snowman sitting on the bird perch, and he's just some little bendable toy thing. And then I have that out. And then I have the pictures we found in the unboxing of stuff that I did last week. I do have those pictures hanging up in my hallway of those wonderful little frost fairies. So, yeah, Patsy, please just send me your info again, because I think it's been long enough that it's not showing up in the archives. Yeah. You're looking for the clear plastic ones with a red felt scarf that was full of candies from the 70s. Oh, wow. I remember them. That was a long time ago. I was a kid. I do remember them. So, all right. Patsy M was 18, so that's the red one. All right. I am out of space on my thing. And I'm trying to think, am I doing a recap? Because it's already 1:30. Oh, no. Bye-bye. We're going to report you. And then we're going to get rid of you. There we go. Man, trolls everywhere. So, maybe we'll try to do a quick recap. Maybe. Mike's like, don't let your sale go over 2 hours because, you got to be up early. Well, this is my only shot at Christmas stuff. Don't know that I had that much, and just going to do it all at one time, be done. So, we can kind of do a quick recap. So I've got, yeah, right? It's always stuff for girls. I can't be for guys. So we've got, oops. So we've got the 2 packs of icicles. Basically, it's tinsel. That does have barcodes on the back, but these were with a bunch of stuff from the 80s. So, so it was the 2 of these for $4. And these were number 15, because I'm not about to have tinsel, especially as I don't like it. And I certainly don't want tinsel around a bunch of kittens. So that was there. Wait, that one sold. We'll stick that one down in there. We'll stick this one down in there. The striped one didn't sell. We'll stick that there. I have everything like stacked on top of each other. So we had the pack of 20 large, Christmas cards that are mostly from the 80s and 90s for crafting. These were $3. It was number 55. I have a pack of 20 religious Christmas cards from the 80s and 90s for $3. These were number 66. We have the paper tree kit. This is what it will look like when it is all together. It has been used all of once. All the parts are still in there. This is basically the trunk. All the parts are behind it. The bag is a lot of the little ornaments, which are heavy-duty cardstock. Probably the safest thing I could put up for Christmas is a tree made out of paper, but so the Christmas tree in a box, it is still got all the ribbon directions around it. That was, put these back on top. That was $8, was number 65. I have this vintage, and this was an offer up, and nobody wanted it. It is a vintage baby fork. Now, I don't know the exact year this is, It is Seki Homano from Japan. Stainless steel. It has Rudolph. It has Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and my camera doesn't like to do close-ups, so it's very difficult to get that on there. But it says Rudolph right there. His nose stands out. There's little rays, little lines to make it look like little rays of light coming off his nose. This you could honestly, you could use this as like the pickle fork at Christmas or something for, you know, your hors d'oeuvres, or stick it into some little assemblage sticking out. Whatever you want to do. But it's just such a cute little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer item. And so I don't have a number for this. So we had started it at $9 for the offer up. If you want it, it is $9, letter R. $9, letter R for the Rudolph fork. Oh, duh, they're right here. I have these. Yeah, I mean, you could use that for like the olives, for the little gherkin pickles, stuff like that. The reason that one's getting offered is because in clearing stuff out, I knew I had my baby one, which was made by the same company, and I kept that one. I've had that one in my, because in 1984, I inherited my great-grandparents' silver set, so I have that in that box. And so I know I have mine. This is another one. So this one predates me. I have no idea which kid this one was from. So I use mine. I use mine when we have the service out for olives. So it was really cute. So we have, these are all transfers. You can iron it on to whatever you want. Oh, Deborah Tucker, you want both packs of the cards. Yeah, we didn't even get through all of the packs of note cards because I got some from the 70s and 80s we didn't get to. So these transfers, they are $5 each. They are, get them in the right order here. So you have the cat coming out of the box under the Christmas tree. That was $5. Number 22. The wreath transfer. These are in the original packaging. They've never been used. I am never going to have time to do all this crap stuff that's in this house. So the wreath transfer, $5. Number 14. And then there is the Christmas tree one. Also by Topics. Iron on, you can create your own artware. You could put it on a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, make a pillow out of it, whatever you want to do. It is also $5 for this transfer. It is number 85. And that back, that don't fall over. Where's our little mouse? Our little mouse. I couldn't believe our little mouse pin did not sell. He is a wonderful vintage mouse pin. He's a Christmas pin. His enamel work is lovely because there's no wear on it. And so he's got his little elf hat. He's got little black whiskers. There's a little line of black over the top of the ears. He's got a red scarf, a green shirt, and red pants. All that wonderful enamel painting, and unfortunately my camera just doesn't do him justice. He is 1.5 inches long, wonderful little mouse elf for Christmas. He is $8, letter P. It was an offer up and there were no takers, so $8, letter P. Honora, you want the cat transfer? All right, I can do that. That cat transfer is cute. How many were oh, geez, I forgot all about you. You fell down. I forgot about you. All right. We're gonna put this in here. All right. This is, it needs to have, oh, Patsy. Okay. Patsy M. Thank you. I forgot this was behind me. So it doesn't have a thing through here to hang it with, but there is a loop, you know, there is an opening right there. And you've got this neat little banner, you've got the gold trim, but each one of these little things are hand cross stitched little images. You have the elf, you have Mrs. Claus, you have Mr. Claus. So you have this wonderful little banner that would be great. I don't know whatever happened to whatever was holding it up, but we have this great thing. It's pretty long here. What do we got here? It is 20 inches long. Beautifully done cross stitch. Santa, Mrs. Claus, and an elf. 20 inches long for this cool banner. All handmade, all handcrafted with a lot of love. Beautiful stitch work on there. And I know for a fact that that was not done with your typical embroidery floss. This was all done with silk because my great aunt made this. So you have this wonderful piece. This is $7. It is number 74. $7, number 74, if you want the cross stitch banner wall hanging with the 3 cross stitched Christmas images. Okay. I forgot it was behind me. All right. Where was I? We did the pin, and I had the Shackman. So 3 of these were accounted for. So I have these great boxes. They are new old stock from Shackman, who did some wonderful, wonderful reproduction work of vintage Victorian ephemera. You have on 2 sides, you have the ice skating raccoon and the bear. And then on this side, you have the fox and the cat. And then the lid of the box is this wonderful ice skating by the moonlight image of these 2. It is a 4x4 square box. When it's all put together, it's new old stock. These were $4 each. They were from 1995. I have 6 of them left. So if you want one, it is $4 each. You can put number 45. And if you want more than one, put 45 times however many you want. I have 6 left. Even as a box on a shelf, it makes a really cute design to have something that's not so much Christmas as winter that you could leave out for a little while longer. And we have what did I do? I'm sure somebody got one of those. Somebody did get one of those, and I didn't write it down. I will have to. Okay, we're not going to show that one till I get that sorted. I know somebody got one. What did I do with the other? Devil, did I put it? Oh, there it is. Somebody got one, and I will have to backtrack there and find out who. So I only have one of these left because I made a point of sitting the one that sold different place. This is a Shackman reproduction of some vintage Victorian ephemera, and they made this. They are made so you can hang them as an ornament. They are thicker cardstock, but there's just gold. The light just doesn't catch it all these little things. These are all gold lines. There's thin little gold lines in their clothing that just reflects all the great light. Nora, you're the one. Okay. Yeah, because down the bottom I wrote angel heads, one. And I'm like, but I thought that was the trio of heads. I didn't write down this one. So I have one left of this lovely one. And this is, there's my card for this one. So these are rare to find on eBay. These are going for, oh, Daisy, you want the Rudolph. And Daisy Sojourner. Oh. On my buy me a tea, I changed what the goal was for because we had succeeded in the last goal. But boy, you know, my outright goal for the buy me a teas now is getting Arwen her rabies shot and getting me new glasses. My insurance only covers the eye exam. It covers nothing else. And I'm looking at everything through the bifocals at this point. And they're not working that well. Sojourner. Oh, good. You sent the new info. Thank you very much. So this one, I know they were people selling this one for $14.95 and $16.95 on eBay because this is not one of the most often seen ones of Shackman, and Shackman is no longer in existence, so they no longer make these. They no longer make anything. So the angels with the bells, it is $10 and it's number 42. $10, number 42. Put that over here. And then I have, now Nora, I wrote it down that you're down for one of these. Is that right? Or did I write the wrong set of angels above your name? So you let me know, because that'll tell me how many of these I have. Now this is more common to find. This is also a Shackman. And it does have the little gold thread to be able to hang it, and both sides are the same. Okay, so I wrote the wrong angel over your name. That's what's wrong. It's not angel heads. It's angel with the bells. There we go. Thank you. All set now. Okay, so I have 5 of these then. And these just are absolutely awesome. The nice part is with these is because they're that thicker cardboard, they're a really nice solid piece. So if you don't want to hang it up, you could just stand it up and it'll stand up leaning against something. And again, they filled all these little lines, which the light's just not catching. Like every little feather line, every little line on the holly has gold running through it. And I really just can't quite get it to where you can see it. And these are just lovely. And I have 5 of these. So again, you can just put the number and then times however many of them you want. These are more common than the other ones. So the angel head trio, these are $6 for just one of them. $6 each. Number 75. Number 75, and then times however many of them you want, because I have 5 of them. And they are $6 each. Okay. Now we have, where'd it go? Okay. Okay, Patsy M, you want one of the angel head trios? You want just one? Because you didn't have times. So I'm assuming just one. Okay, what do we got here? You're watching it on fast forward to catch up. Okay, Patsy. This is the one that you put there. This is the one that was number 75. Now, I have more than one. Did you want more than one? Because I have 5 of them. But, I mean, you can see from the size of my hand, these are pretty sizable. But they are really cool. So just let me know. You just wanted one at, they're $6 each. Okay, now let's see if we could figure out. Deborah Tucker wanted number 42. So you want the other angel. Okay. And then Daisy wants the large Santa card, which is a steal at $4. I started it so low as an offer up, and nobody, I was really surprised nobody wanted that. Okay, so you want the large Santa card. Daisy Tucker. And that's a steal for those vintage 40s and it was the 10 vintage cards, the 40s and 50s ones. Okay. And that's a steal at $8 because that's what the starting price was. All right. We were to the, are they old? The Shackman stuff is from the 1990s, and they had been producing paper products for like 100 years. Do we have 2 daisies? Yeah, I saw that I said Daisy Tucker, and then I wrote down, because it's Deborah Tucker and Daisy Sojourner. And I had wrote Daisy Tucker at first, but I did fix it. I have Sojourner down here for both the Santa card and the vintage ones. I gotcha. You guys keeping me honest. Okay, so Deborah, you wanted the angel heads. You wanted 2 of them. Great. Not a problem. I've got you. But Shackman had been doing stuff for like 100 years, and it's so sad that they went out. But what they did well. And then in the 80s, when they had the big boom of Victoriana stuff, They brought back a lot of old Victorian scrap images and redid them in ways that would be more contemporary, like making them, instead of having them be some little thing like this, they blew them up bigger and made these great, like, that's why these are so big. The original of this would have been like this long, maybe that high, and they blew it up because those things were old lithographs and you could get the colors. That's all right. I don't mind you making sure. That's not a problem. Oh, the other one, I can double check the box. I don't know that I have any more of these left. I did sell 2 of these, but this was the other one that I had. I might have one more of these, but I have to check the box. And I have you down for one of these. So, yeah, I haven't found any vintage puzzles yet, but I haven't been into that attic. And I mean, how vintage are we talking here? Let's see. The patchwork kit. So this is a full kit, still in its packaging. That's the patchwork wall hanging it makes of a Christmas wreath. It has everything in there. The muslin backing. The only thing is, if you wanted to put the quilt battings, the only thing not included, but it has all the fabrics you would need, from the reds, the greens, the in-betweens. And that's what it would make. A whole wonderful kit. This was the most expensive thing of the night. This full kit is $30 and is number 50. $30, number 50. Oh, Patsy M, you want one of the two angels with the bell? Now that I'll look if I have another one, because I haven't gotten all the way through that box that has some Shackman stuff in it. If I have another one, you will get it. I will let you know in the email if I have that one. Because that's the one of the angels, and then the other is the heads, the cherubs, the 3 cherubs, which is that one. So I'm assuming angel is the one with the angels and the bells. And that's pretty much caught up. Well, we have the clutch purse that I had made. This was $10. This was number 41. And we had the Santa baby plates with the cool box, but it was missing. And they all have this image. These images were missing this one. This one is not in there. It's just of those 3. And oh wow. Might. And they have a different, so it's the same image on the box, but it'll have a different line. This says follow me in merry measure, and they all have different lines from Christmas Carol. I'm getting tired, my brain's going. Patsy, yes, I have you down for wanting one of the 3 cherubs. And that's why I said I'm pretty sure then for the angel, you meant also if I have another one of the one with the 2 angels and the bell. So the 3 plates with the great box. I like the box just because I would stand the box on end and decorate with it. The plates were $10 for the 3 of them in the box. Number 43. And then we had, now she wanted those and him. And we had the little Keef Creation earrings with the mercury glass balls inside. These and all the mica on the bells. These are screwback earrings. These were $7, number 62. And did those. We're missing the dimensional cards. Don't know where I put them. Those are the cards from the 90s. Those are the vintage ones. That's the vintage Santa. How the hell did I do that? I lost a set. I lost a set of cards. Come here, where did you go? I didn't stick you in there. Oh, there we go. So there were only 6 of these, but they're all you want 3. You want 3 of the cherub heads, Patsy M? And 41, the clutch purse. Yeah, Deborah Tucker, did you see that the first time I showed it? Because I didn't show too much this time. I made this myself when I used to do a lot of these. I didn't know I still had any left. And it's got a vintage button on it. It has snaps. It has a nice taffeta lining. There's no extra pocket on the inside. It has heavy duty interfacing. And the back of it, snap these up. I'm proud of myself with this one because I think I did a good job lining up the fabric. And it has this little strap on the back that you can either grab it that way. I did this not thinking that it would be like one of those ones that you hold on, but fanny packs had just come out when I made this in like the 80s. Those were really big. And I thought you could hook this on your belt loop on your belt and then just have it on your side as something far more decorative, but it also works great as a lovely little clutch purse. But that is all handmade by me out of material that was, God knows there's so much material in this house. But that was one of the ones I had made. And since I had used it as a thumbnail picture, I'm like, well, I better have it in the sale. Okay, so you want the clutch purse. And Patsy, you do, okay, you want 3. Ooh, and 2 if I find 2. All right, I need to go right to bed after this sale because the insurance adjuster for the car is coming in the morning. So I was supposed to end after 2 hours. Shh, don't tell my kid that I've gone for 3. So I will deal with that tomorrow. I'll go through the box and I'll double check and see if there's any more. I did have this pack of Christmas cards, which was $3 because there's only 6 cards, but they're all dimensional in some way. You can see how thick that one is. This one has got a lot of layers that separate it. This one is a satin ribbon, embroidered ribbon, and then this is all flocking around it. This one folds out to make like a pyramid shape. This little guy has little beaded things on him. This one also stands out a little bit, not as much as the other, but this one's really cool because it's a heavy duty foil, I think, and he's molded. So for interesting stuff to craft with, I thought, well, they just make an interesting little lot. And this was just $3 for the 6-dimensional cards and $3 number 12 for those. And we did the bell earrings, and I think that pretty much catches you up with everything we've done. Get you caught up. If I don't have a third, oh, for the angel heads, I think we're good because I had 5 of them to begin with. Right? So, and I know I have more of the angel, these guys. Oh, wait a second. So if I don't have a third, she can have mine. But Nora, oh, that's for the angel with the bells. That's for the angel with the bells. So of the tall, yeah, the tall angel ones. Okay, what is she saying? Pretty and how much? I'm Deborah Tucker, darling. Which thing are you talking about? You have to let me know. Definitely taking Tylenol tonight. Oh, can't wait for those shots in my back again. Oh, the tall angel ones? I don't have Deborah Tucker. You're already down for one of the tall angel ones. Nora, yeah, you're talking about that one. And I'll know tomorrow when I double check that box. Because the box had stuff on top of it, so I really kind of like only partially opened it and just grabbed. So I think Deborah Tucker is kind of lagging a little bit because but we'll see. But that was a quick recap. I never usually recap the very end stuff I did just because it was close to us already seeing it. And that would have put us into all those cross stitch leaflets and the ribbon, which Patsy M picked up 3 of them, but that still left 3 that were available. And so, oh, Christmas cards? Oh, the dimensional ones, it was $3 for those, and it was number 12. So I actually have these. How much were these going to be? I never got to these, and I didn't price them. Okay, so they were 8 for the 40s and 50s, and the ones for the 80s, 90s are 3. These were gonna be 5, and I never got to it because I have 3 packs of Oh, I see. I see. It snuck in there before. You're right. Lois got the cards. I was so busy trying to figure out the angels. You're right, Deborah. I'm sorry, but there is somebody quite a bit ahead of you for number 12 for the dimensional cards. Lois, darling, how are you? Lois, I believe I sent you an invoice just a couple days ago. Oh, Kelly! Yes, dear, you're right. It has been a while. So I have Linda and I have Daisy and high bid auctions. Why am I getting emails from you? Because I have never, ever done anything from them. The purse was number 41. I have you down for that. I have Deborah Tucker for the purse. Yeah, Lois, I'm trying not to overwhelm you, but I figure if I get you one box a month, then we'll be good. I have these, and I did not get a chance to show them, and I might as well, even though it's late, because otherwise they're going to sit in that tote for a year, because they are all, I had this huge stash of Christmas cards this year. That's why there's so many tonight for the ephemera value. But I had some from the 60s and 70s. I only had a few from the 40s and 50s, which was that small pack. And then I had a big pile of ones from the 80s and 90s. And I thought, well, I need to divvy these out somehow. And so I have 3 packs of stuff from the 60s and 70s. And I tried to even them out in that all of them have, there's 15 cards in each pack, and all of them have at least one angel card in it. There's at least one nativity in it. And there's at least 2 Santa Claus in each one. Because like this one has a snowman, it has that Santa and that Santa. Deborah Tucker, the clutch purse was $10. You already got that. Oh, that is a really funny book, though. I could pee on this. Is poems by cats. By cats. But you know, when they're kittens or when they're mad at you, they don't always get, you know, brand new kittens don't always have an idea of the litter box. But the title of it is I Could Pee on This. But yeah, it's actually a funny poem, but yeah, you got it. Anyway, so I broke them up into different sets, and how can we do this? Did I use those? Okay, no, I didn't. So we're gonna mark this one with a letter. Okay, so these are gonna be these will be $5 for these 1960s, 1970s cards. Each pack has 15 cards in it. This is the pack that has snowman, 2 Santas. I kind of like that one with beer. That one's kind of different because that one's from out of the US. I think every one of them has a candle card, at least 2 Christmas tree ones, cards with bells. That's a photo one from the 70s. And then you have these in here. Okay, so that's pack We're going to call this one pack A. $5 for pack A. You want that? Put A in. This next one has 2 Santas and has, God, that's so 60s looking. The little 60s, 70s. This is so sweet. Look at that little doll. Looks just like the kid. There's one with bells. Landscape, candles, Christmas tree. The 70s were real big for having 70s and I think late 60s, having those ones that were photographs. Another bells, people scene, another church scene, wise men. Everyone's got at least one wise man and at least one nativity. I like, and the angels. I like those angel ones. Kind of hip 60s looking. And then this landscape. So this pack, if you like those particular cards, it's $5. This is pack B. B as in box. And the last pack of 1960s, 1970s cards, there's 15 cards. You have your Santa, another Santa, who's also got a Santa card, which cracks me up. Scenic one with a coach. That's cool. That's a pencil sketch. Nice season's greetings. These long ones are pretty cool because they work to go as a tuck-in. If you do a flower arrangement of dried flowers, you can tuck that in across the top like a banner or use it as on an assemblage. You've got a sled, tree, people scene, fun little angel with mistletoe, the wise men, nativity, another angel, and Merry Christmas. Now this one, the last card for this, I kind of cheated. Because this one, yes, this one is actually from 2003, but I needed one more card to make it 15. But the look, to me, that looks very 1970s. That really has that kind of country look, 1970s look. So I added that one in, even though I cheated because that one says 2003 on it. But that's somebody made that card. So I thought that was kind of cool to put in there. And that's pack C. And so if you want any of those, that's $5 for those ones from the 60s and 70s. So I see, oh, they came in at the same time. Let me refresh and find out who got there first. Okay, who popped up first? Okay, so Deborah Tucker, you came in first for pack A. I got to refresh again because it did it again. You two were pretty close again on the second one. Daisy is getting pack B. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I tried to even them out pretty evenly in that they all would have a Santa and all would have some angels, and gives you more variety of stuff you could do with them. I know when I was growing up, um, we we didn't do it when I was really little, but I know by the time I was like 15, 16, we got to where we would take the Christmas cards from the year before, and you would figure out which ones you could take the image and turn it into the gift tag, and you'd cut it all out and make it look nice, and it would say to and from, and you'd make your own gift tags with them, and so you'd have them for the next year. And one year that kind of backfired because um we gave something to my sister-in-law, and she recognized it as the card just through a fluke. It was from the card that she had sent to my parents for Christmas that year before. Oops. And I see Deborah Tucker for Pack C. All right. That's awesome. Thank you all so much. That's it for tonight. We're at 2 in the morning, 22 after 2 in the morning. What to do today at a minute or two to 2. Old theater training. Anyway, I desperately need to get to bed because I'm supposed to be up at 7 in the morning. It ain't happening. I know Mike's will be banging on my door. Wake up! Because it was only supposed to be a 2-hour sale tonight. That just didn't happen because I was determined to get through all this Christmas stuff. So I hope you guys had fun. I always have fun seeing you guys and having fun in the chats. And I don't know that will be 100% the last of the Christmas, but I'm pretty sure it is. We emptied that tub. There's not anything left in there. We went through most of it. So what did I want to remind you? Watch for a drop sale on ribbon because of those other spools of ribbon that are the crafting kind of ribbon. I'll be doing a drop sale on that coming up sometime this weekend. And because nobody needed like 50, 60 yards of that kind of ribbon, I'm going to price them at by the yard, and I'll measure out what you want, because that seemed like a better way to do those particular types of ribbon. And I don't mind. I can do that. I spent 6 years measuring fabric at Joann Fabrics, and I spent so many more years measuring out fabric for my mother. So she was a professional seamstress after all. So I don't mind doing that by the yard of those, but I'll do that as a drop sale. And I don't know what Sunday is going to be. I don't know if I will be doing a work with me or not as we go through more boxes, or if I'll turn it into a sale. I don't know. I have Mike for tomorrow because he's off and he's home. He's stuck at home until we get it figured out what's going on with his car. And if he'll get a rental car. In the meanwhile, if the insurance, he pays for the insurance to cover a rental car, so they better give him a rental car. But if not, then he's stuck at home with me and he can help me move boxes. So we'll see what happens for 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. I should be live. What we're doing, I'm not sure yet, but I will be live at 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. And I hope to see you there, and have a great weekend. And by all means, do an act of kindness this weekend. If you haven't talked to somebody in a long while, pick up the phone and surprise them with a call. Just any little thing, do an act of kindness this weekend. And I'll see you guys on Sunday. Good night.